Hey, hi, hello. It's Chris from Crisscrossing at Rainbow Bridge. I hope you're doing well today. I myself am in the eye of a storm that I accept with reckless abandon, with radicalness. I'm about to take my licensing exam on Monday, November the 25th. First thing in the morning. And basically, I requested accommodations and they were denied. And that's like, I'm not angry. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but for some reason I thought that it would be easy squeezy. I submitted the letter that my doctor provided me, but my doctor's letter did not include the information that they wanted. Like, it wasn't like specific enough. And I recognize all of the pieces of the puzzle here. Primarily, it is my responsibility to be aware of certain things. For example, on the BBS Pearson testing website, there is information regarding various diagnoses and various, what they have as their expectation for a request for reasonable accommodations letters. And I did not provide that information to my physician, I don't think. No, I did not. Um, and so that's not her fault. It's not their fault. It's not even my fault in a sense of it's my responsibility. It's not my fault. And what I'm learning about myself is that I'm learning about myself. And the world is seen through my eyes. So that means that learning about myself is really important because I'm the only me that I have in this lifetime. So, as a result of that, I am feeling rather anxious. I do believe that I can reschedule the exam, and there is a part of me that is very hesitant to do so because if I reschedule this exam, it might potentially mean that I would be giving up a soft job offer that I've received at a location that is basically my dream job, my dream team, and in a position where I would be able to do the work that my heart really wants to be able to do, and where my the way that I show up in the world, which is being on the spectrum and ADHD, would not only be accepted but would be celebrated and would be honored. Um, and I wouldn't have to write a bunch of letters for reasonable accommodations for a diagnosis that a medical system can't seem to give me because I don't have $9,000 in cash. And apparently, adult people in my situation don't qualify for an ASD assessment at my age. So there's a lot tied into that. Oftentimes, things are not just as simple and as straightforward as they appear to be on paper. And so I'm making space for that too. I'm also making space for being open to the possibilities and acknowledging that it's okay to be nervous, it's okay to have anxiety, but it's also okay to lean into the discomfort and let it be a learning experience. And that is providing me with the opportunity to become better and stronger. And in the meantime, I can't share with you any of my study materials or any of that information because I promised that I wouldn't. It's kind of like really important for MFTs and LMFTs and AMFTs to have respect for our field and to not share like our study test results and whatnot. Just because like they want to be able to maintain a certain sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Not congruence, fidelity, right? It's like a sacred thing. But what I can share with you is that I took the first practice test several weeks ago, like almost a month and a half, 2 months ago, with no studying, and I got 79.89%, which on this exam is considered to be really good. Well, I mean, at the very least good, maybe not really good. Then I've taken two or three quizzes, and on one of them I got 100%. On one of them I failed, and on the other one I barely passed. And last night I took one of the mock exams, which has 100 questions on it, and I ran out of time. Like I way ran out of time, and I think when I ran out of time, I was on like question 72. And I continued answering the questions, but at the end of it, it said that I failed. But the failing of it, I don't know what part of that was due to the fact that I ran out of time. So, like, I don't know how to score it just based on that circumstance, if that makes any sense. So, what I've figured out that I should do is to determine the minimum amount of time that I will be allowed without any accommodations, and then divide that by the number of questions that will be on the exam, and then do what I can to train my brain to answer each question quickly. Yeah, I don't know. We shall see. But whatever does happen, I will be in a place at a time doing a thing, probably with other people, and I will always hold my personal values, my core values and principles above all, which is integrity, fidelity, transparency, congruence, honesty, sincerity and enthusiasm, and just spreading the message of love above hate, abundance above lack and scarcity, and knowing that no matter what challenge is put before me, I can. I can grow, I can learn, I can succeed. And sometimes success looks different. In some situations, what success looks like is I'm learning something. But it's always an opportunity to grow and to expand and to transform and transcend above what I thought was possible before. So I hope this finds you well and in good health. A day is approaching which I do not celebrate as an American holiday. It is a day for me of mourning for the loss of our many, many, many Indigenous brothers, sisters, and siblings, grandfathers, grandmothers, aunties, and uncles, cousins, and so forth. My own great grandmother was actually, I think, great great or great 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 grandmother was adopted. We'll call it adopted when she was 15 and she was pregnant. She was in Texas at the same time that the Trail of Tears was going through there, but we never were able to identify her tribal affiliation because at the time, like, documentation was very scarce, and like the only thing that her paperwork said was that she was adopted and that she was Indian, and like that's really sad. I don't know why I included that here because it's so cliche. Like, so many white people with colored eyes in America are like, oh yeah, like my great 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 grandma or whatever is like, 1/4 Cherokee or some shit. And it's ironic because my mother used to tell me that I had Native American heritage, but she would say that it was on a different side of the family. And she would also say that the reason why it was there was because one of my female bodied ancestors was a redhead and her hair was bright red, like copper red, like a penny. And that she was SA'd by several Native American people. And that due to that fact, she, became pregnant and had a baby. But it was actually the opposite. It was a Native American young female who was adopted into a family member's house, and then she became my great great grandma. And it was actually on my father's side of the family, not my mother's side. So interesting. Any hooser, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other, because remember, I love you. Peace out. Bye for now.